I didn't do much for lockdown. I'd probably just play on my devices and watch TV, but because like there was nothing really else to do. Because like it was lockdown, you couldn't go to school, you couldn't do anything. And I don't know why, but it was usually rainy when I was doing it. So I tried to play football the fast of the time, but I got bored eventually, and then just went back inside and I just watched TV. So most of the lockdown, I just watched TV until like we got back to school and everything, and my daily routine came back and everything. I did miss my friends. Yeah, I did a lot. Of course, you couldn't even see them. The only way I could see them was I would talk to them was like on my devices, like through and that was it really. I couldn't do much from lockdown.
It was a big change in my life, all right, because like I'm 80 years of age, and I usually go down to town for my lunch. I live on my own now. I go down to town for my lunch and meet a few of the characters down there, and we have a chat and a laugh. And that all stopped. You couldn't go down anymore to get your lunch or anything. And lucky enough, I had a very good daughter and a very good daughter-in-law. And they used to make dinner for me, and I'd go down and collect it, or they'd bring it up to me in the early stages. And it was very, very isolating. But I'm a great reader. I love reading. And I read a lot of books, I tell you the truth. But it was very confined and depressing. And the thing about you couldn't go out and you couldn't go to a shop. I had to get someone to do my shopping and everything for me. It was tough that way. But thank God I had a great family around me. I had 2 sons in the area, my daughter, and of course they'd done the shopping for me and everything. But it was it was very hard, and you were stuck in the house most of the time. You didn't go out, and then I was a member of the Act of Retirement in Clara, and that was all stopped, of course, as well. And then we used to have intergeneration in Clara, where 3 or 4 of us would meet the kids from school, and we talk about what happened years ago and all this stuff. And that all stopped as well. And of course we used to go away with the Act of Retirement every so often for a weekend or maybe a full week, and that all stopped. So that was a bit depressing, It was a bit, well, I won't say depressing, but it was a bit sad that we couldn't do these things,
I found the first year very hard, yeah. That lockdown, yeah.
The first 6 months.
6 months was really tough, that first 6 months. And
you were afraid to go anywhere.
The next 6 months wasn't much better either,
I was a little bit better. I remember that for the first 6 months, my daughter bring me to Athlone, and when I got out of the car, I was getting weak because I was afraid. But then I had to stop that, and the next time I said, no, I can't do this. If I'm going to get it, I'll get it. So we got her injections, and we have everything got. So I'm quite happy now that you can move around. And if you get it, it's not as bad. Hopefully it's not as bad anyway. And I just say, well, sure, look, you could go out on the road and get killed in the morning. You have to move about and get on with it. Wear your mask and wash your hands and do what you're supposed to do. Mind yourself. And what others want to do, let them do it. It's not us that has, I wouldn't tell anyone what to do.
Well, I'd say the first few weeks were hardest because I couldn't go out much. But I got used to it, and I started going on cycles with my friends, and we went on walks, but we kept our masks on and social distance. But it's much easier now. You just put on the mask and sanitize, and you're safe. I found that when it started in late January, I think, or early February. We lost our great friend we had for over 50 years, and we used to go on holidays and all with her. And she died in January, and we went on holidays that month, and we have only seen the husband 3 times since, and it's because of COVID. Now, we have been in contact with him, but it's not the same.
You know, he lives in Dublin, we live down here, and I don't think I wouldn't go up to Dublin because I don't think it's safe.